good. We're not good. Oh, damn it.
Why can't you take the scales?
You already know why. You already know why. Look at this. It's beautiful.
I don't know why.
Just watch your way through here. Fudge has some spikes.
That was gruesome.
The ship doesn't swerve when it sees how big the iceberg is. Be strong, Pikmin! Be strong! There are crimes happening under here. Oh my god, there's crimes happening under here! You know what I just realized? Oh, it's off to the races. I'm sorry? I'm sorry? It's a baby! He's got a little pacifier and a like baby hat and he's swaddled in his baby blanket. I'm sorry, Mom, I haven't had a baby. I don't know what they look like. Nothing bad happens, but your grandmother might be disappointed. Grandma, no! Hey, Olaf! What? What? Excuse me? I think you were supposed to do that. I'm going out where they were. Oh, is that a third? Wondering if... Oh, goodbye. Goodbye. I have to go, my people need me. art stream. Since some of the Pridecraft stuff, zine entry. This one's gonna. Okay. Here? Here. Why doesn't it want? There it is. It's so weird. Think you can. Maybe? Let me know if that's any better. And I don't have my music started yet. That's coming next. It's low. Yeah, I'm talking a little quiet because Fudge is still. But I'll bump it up. Sorry, I don't know why that was so loud. Alright, can you hear me a little bit better now? And if the music is still too loud, let me know. Better? Okay, good. So we're working on some art stuff today. I'm glad the music's okay. Check my star bits. Nice. Alright, so I'm kind of just working on trying to draw this pose myself. Been trying really hard not to rely on tracing. Like, obviously you can overlay if you're trying to figure out what is not quite correct, but so I got to play some Vintage Story last night, Mom. That's what you were hoping I was playing today. We're doing some art today. But I do plan on streaming some Vintage Story. So this is Artfight. I've been working on trying to be a little bit braver when it comes to some of the art stuff. Hi, Windu. Welcome in. Guten Morgen. How did you know I spoke German? Where are my pins at? Wow. Oh, hell yeah, 300 times. Let's go. Gotta love it. Happy Friday to you too, Windu. We're leaving for vacation on Sunday, so it's gonna be a very lovely weekend. And then a wonderful week next week. I'm very much looking forward to it. So yeah, if you are not familiar with what Artfight is, I can go into detail a little bit. My first year being brave enough, or like thinking that I'm gonna have enough time. I mean, this is my 4th attack, so I'm doing okay, all things considered. Artfight is an art gifting game that people play online. You make an account, and you can like put profiles up for whatever different original characters you have, and then people go around and draw other people's characters. And they kind of turn it into a game a little bit, because there's 2 teams. And you join a team, and then the whole point is, well, to see who can draw more art. So this is my Artfight profile, where I've got my featured characters for this year. And then these are the 3 attacks I've done. And these are
the gift arts I've received. But look, we got Sharkmit here. Like, somebody drew Sharkmit. Isn't that cool? Our very own Chalk Fairy did a friendly fire attack on me. Look at all these attacks, they're so cool. So anyway, I am working on an attack for Mart of his character Red. Thank you for sharing that one Wario art in the Discord. Oh, hell yeah. I was really impressed by that artist. Found them on Blue Sky. So I'm working on starting with just the pose to make sure that feels okay. Feeling decent about it. Of course, having to change the hands out for claws. Better, yeah. I think Momdria says in Vintage Story she's having trouble finding enough food. That was me last night. But also, I am a noob in Vintage Story, so... But yeah, I always love sharing good artwork that I find online. It's a little better. So you might ask yourself, why this character? Well, one, her being named Red definitely was a factor. But two, so far a lot of the attacks I've done for Artfight have been ones that are in my comfort zone. Like, I did one that was a Pokemon and one that was a little frog. So, like, very simple, barely humanoid kind of characters, kind of like Redria. So this one to me is a little bit more on the humanoid side of things, like long arms, legs. So even though I'm doing a chibi approach, I felt like this was a good way to get out of my comfort zone a little bit. Actually, Momdria, today was supposed to be for the King stream with Sekhmet and King, because we won't be able to play until August now. Oh, scheduling. I forgot that this was the day I had signed up for being a part of the Disability Pride raid train, and I really did want to do art for that. Welcome in, raiders! And good morning. The raid train arrived at its next destination. I hope your stream went well, Star. Star was doing some Palia. I haven't played in a little bit, but I am very curious to jump back into it. Welcome in, everyone. If you don't know me, my name I am a full-time scientist, part-time streamer. I play a lot of farming sims, sandbox games, and platformer. And I recently rekindled a love for art. Your stream crashed right as we were getting to raid out. Oh no, that's so stressful. I hate when that kind of stuff happens. It's just like, why? Why though? Well, you made it here. The train has arrived. It is all is well. So if you do have to raid and run, I know you were doing a double shift for the raid train, so I understand completely. This is a lurk-friendly channel, so I hope you guys kick back, enjoy some music, and unwind, and I'll talk to you a little bit about my art journey, because it's been an interesting one. We survived, we got there. You love farming games too? One of my special interest games is the Rune Factory series. Nintendo? No, that's okay. Welcome in. It's a pleasure to have you here. So the Rune Factory series is a hyperfixation of mine since middle school. And right now we are playing through Rune Factory 2 on stream. So we already did... I'm sorry, I've got a frog in my throat apparently. We already played through Rune Factory 1 and Rune Factory Frontier. So now we're doing Rune Factory 2. You've been hooked on Guardians of Azuma right now. I have it and I really want to play it, but I keep like waffling on like, no, it's for stream. No, it's for me. It's supposed to be for me. Right, Truffles? My cat came out, so she must agree with me. Yeah, I've always loved the Rune Factory titles. I haven't played Stardew in a hot minute just because I feel like I like a game like Rune Factory where there's more crafting, more stuff like that. So we are working on some art today. We are doing some Artfight things, actually. And I'll talk a little bit about my history with art. It's your favorite over Rune Factory 5. No, Rune Factory 5 was weird. Like, it was not bad, but it was weird. Oh, goodness. Do you guys want to see a kitty cat? I'm not dressed up or anything right now. Hee. This is Truffles. She usually comes over. I usually do a raid song. I feel obligated to tell you, but my husband's asleep in the next room, so I'm trying to be mindful. And usually she'll come out for the raid song because she loves hearing me sing. Loves being a cat right now. Add her some. So anyway, let me show you guys a little bit about Artfight, if you're not familiar. Hi Jake, welcome in! So Artfight is an art trading game. They make a little mini game out of drawing other people's original characters, and so this is my set of featured characters. We've got Redria the piranha plant, we've got King the Koopaling, Sekhmet the Plessy, Momdria the Wiggler, and then we got Beans, our little stream pet. I'm a bit of a Nintendo fan, if you couldn't tell. Just in case you couldn't tell, you know. So these are my characters, and I've been working really hard to... Oh no! I'm on the art hit list now! Look out! Yeah, I'm just Redria64 on Artfight. And if I'm not following you on Artfight, please don't be offended. I made my account, like, right before July. I have not been this lovey in a while. Is it because it's Disability Pride Month? You want to be supportive and you want to be seen. So, I used to draw all the time when I was a kid. I drew anything and everything on scrap paper. I remember, like, literally my mom would have, she was a teacher, a librarian at a school. And, so she would have, like, scrap paper for teachers who printed out worksheets, and I would literally just take, like, the backside of these worksheets and draw anything and everything. I think, like, 2 years ago, as part of a subathon goal, I ended up showing off a lot of my old art. I'm talking, like, grade school, middle school level art, and that was actually a lot of fun to do on stream, because, you know, it helps get over that hurdle. When I hit middle school and high school, I started getting really self-conscious about my art. Unfortunately, that seems to be a thing, but I started getting just self-conscious about, you know, other people are drawing better than me, and other people, like, know anatomy a little bit better. And meanwhile, I was drawing your 3/4 anime girl head. And I, as it turns out, was my own worst critic, which is a thing that happens in life and in art. And I stopped drawing. I really, like, didn't start drawing again regularly until I started streaming. And then 2022 came around, and I was just like, you know what? Why do I think I can't draw? And so I got myself a digital art tablet at the recommendation of another streamer friend. And then Lyot Lurian recommended that I give Clip Studio Paint a try, and I never went back. And Artfight particularly, Nin even says, made an Artfight last year and then got overwhelmed, and that's exactly what I thought was going to happen this year. So I told myself, you know, it's okay to join Artfight and just do 2 attacks. That was my goal, so that I didn't feel like, you know, a hack that can't stand up to some of these other artists. And that is part of the fun of dealing with imposter syndrome, is trying to remind yourself that, hey, sometimes I am the one who's in my own head. So these are the 3 attacks I've done so far this year. This is someone's Leafy Mage. Little, I think this looks like a Bug Fables OC. This was a Blaziken original character, which at least allowed me to kind of get out there and practice some, like, anatomy stuff. And then this just a little frog. And of course, as soon as I posted this, I got all self-conscious about, like, oh no, I don't like the anatomy on the legs. I think I messed this up. Oh, I should take it down. And, you know, I sat with those feelings and was like, yeah, it's okay. Do you have any characters on here? You do? Hell yeah. You're on my hit list. Watch out. Odin is your real cat. That's amazing. That's amazing. So we have King, our Koopaling. And here's the thing I did that was actually incredibly scary. Trying to do a character turnaround. I've never tried to draw King from behind before. Never had to. Welcome in, Kamesy. We're looking at some Artfight things, and I'm working on getting out of my comfort zone. Like, I've literally never had to draw a Plessy from behind before. Claiming one of these while you can? Hell yeah. So the early bloomers pins are the little pins around the sign that says Momdria64, because she was first. So if you want a little, like, Monopoly token put up on the overlay, let me know. This is what we're working on today. Instead of drawing another little guy, I was like, I want to draw something with more anatomy. I'm gonna draw something scary to, like, keep sitting with this feeling of imposter syndrome. To let myself know, like, yeah, it's a little harder, but it's okay. We'll do it. You have no idea what a Jinjo is, so do that. I will do the Jinjo, but I will also spoil it. Because this is the Jinjo. They're the little guys from Banjo-Kazooie. We are a fan of little guys here. I think I have the Jinjo pen. But not in the folder yet. It's not in the folder yet. That's okay. There you are. So yeah, I'm getting out of my comfort zone drawing a character by Mart. I'm not out here beating the furry allegations. I'm alright with that. I've accepted this about myself. A good early reward to claim. I like it. It's I like when people have things other than just first, where, you know, you can not be the first person here and still be early and get some appreciation for it. I'm super happy to be here, to be able to be a part of the Disability Pride Month raid train again. Because, like, honestly, this was even a thing that I had trouble signing up for because of the imposter syndrome, being like, no, you don't really need a seat at this table. It takes some love and care to be able to sit with those feelings. So Nintendo support says that Odin is based on real cat. Might have to draw Odin now. His character image includes a real picture of the fuzz bucket. Aww. I really appreciate that, Gamesy. No, there's definitely a part where I recognize what my imposter syndrome has done. Hi, Sophia. Welcome in. Welcome to an art stream. I'm drawing a cat girl. You know, like Nya. It always surprises me how much active work it takes to keep sitting with the imposter syndrome and being like, no, it's okay, it's okay. One of the things I did this year, which was incredibly hard, I recently got taken on as a Bugstorm ambassador. They are the developing team responsible for the game Core Keeper. And after getting accepted on as a Pugstorm ambassador, I was like, you know, I've been wanting to do this. I've been dreaming about doing this for a while now. And I reached out to the core keeper composer, Jonathan Gear. And we ended up doing an interview. I'm a former music student, so I was really excited to get the opportunity to ask about, you know, the process, what goes into making a video game OST. But I was so nervous to reach out. I was like, no, there's no way. He's not going to be interested. And again, it just takes time sitting with that part to be like, okay, and what if he's not interested? What is the harm in reaching out? Gibby! Oh, you have a picture of Odin now. Kitty! Aww! Incredible. Look at this kitty cat. Aww. Amazing. His name is Odin because you can spell Odin with one eye. Oh my goodness. So right. My cat's name is Truffles, but she does have 2 eyes, and I guess her name doesn't. But her name is Truffles because she has a little shape on her nose that looks like a mushroom cap. The chance of being told no can be survived and overcome, so it's worth it trying to see if you can get that yes. Oh, absolutely. That's a good way to look at it. You're full of wisdom, you never reply to yourself. I tend to be too, so I'm trying really hard to work on that this year. Always easier said than done. Unfortunately, hands never get easier to draw. You get better at it, but they don't really get easier. I give great advice. Unfortunately, I know the person giving advice is full of crap. You know. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. This kitty character reminds me a little bit of Lara Croft, and I'm into that. One of the other things that, like, has helped with this imposter syndrome is the reminder that you can, in fact, ask for help. So, one of my art friends, Lyot Lurian, will often take a look at my art, and he will do what's called redlining. And what that means is just like, you know, when I recognize that I'm struggling with the anatomy of something. Gasp, you know, lie it? No. Not like I mod form or anything. But yeah, when I'm struggling with the anatomy, like, it's okay to ask for advice. If somebody else can see a little bit easier, like, oh, well, as it turns out, like, this needs to be, like, warped and, like, rotated a little bit. And then, of course, the other thing is, tracing is okay. Obviously, you don't want to trace someone else's work entirely but your own. That's not okay. Especially if you're trying to sell it or make a profit off of it. But, like, in terms of using it to learn, that's okay. You can trace over, like, poses and reference pictures to figure stuff out. That's a good point. Whenever you're feeling imposter syndrome and asking yourself if you're faking it, an imposter doesn't question if they're faking it. They know. I've played Among Us. I know. When you're the imposter, there's no question about it. I mean, that's not gonna help me much, but... lol. You're now allowed to play Among Us after you turned your friends into glue 3 games in a row. Oh no. It's always really funny when, like, you end up getting imposter multiple times in a row. It's just like, really? Don't ask Windu how they feel about Among Us. Too soon. No bodies were discovered and everyone died. There we go, methinks. I think this is something. It's really scary sometimes to trust the process. But like, hey, look at that. I'm a lot happier with that. So we're actually right now playing the Rune Factory discography, by the way. Just in case you couldn't tell, I'm a music fan, a big old music nerd, and also a big old Rune Factory lover. Let's see if I can't do the same thing with this hand a little bit. Wink. Yeah, there's an angle difference there. Yup. And see, like, it can be as simple as that. To turn it from something that you're not confident in, to figure out, you know, how you're able to learn and prove and apply yourself. This character's really cute. And that's why I also wasn't ready to commit to erasing this hand until I could figure out what I didn't like about it. I know, Truffles, I'm singing. I'm gonna summon. Oopsie. You know, last year for the disability raid train, I had gotten my ADHD diagnosis earlier in the year. And so I ended up doing... it was a fake, ironic symposium on inventory management, because I am notorious being awful in survival games at inventory management. Just pockets constantly full. And so I thought it would be fun to do something deeply ironic with that, but also, like, admit that it's hard and figure out if there's a way I could be better at it. One of my intro clips is being called out for my great inventory management. My buddy King is just like, yeah, why can't you carry this again? Why can't you pick these up and take them? It's just like, you know why. I'm also very grateful to Chi-Chi for the DC3, and let me get the name of who else is helping with the organization. Lethal Jesus, thank you. I was scrolling through the Discord. I was like, I know there's someone else. Yeah, we've done our fair share of, like, our own charity organization stuff, and I like raid trains. I just don't know if I have the spoons to try to coordinate one, so I'm always, like, greatly impressed when other people are able to put something like this together. KMC, I know you stream as well. What kind of games do you usually, or what kind of content do you usually stream? In case it's not games. My mom is all excited because she recently got into Vintage Story. And she convinced me finally to get it as well. And it's like a weird, hard Minecraft, kind of. So I am looking forward to being able to stream that. I've also been doing a lot of coverage for indie titles lately. And we did a channel point challenge where I have to play Mariomon, and I'm actually really enjoying Mariomon. Pokemon is usually one of those kinds of games. I used to have so many hours in, like, Pokemon Diamond. And, like, I loved X and Y, but for some reason, as I'm getting older, I lose the plot in Pokemon games a lot, and I haven't finished the last 3 I've gotten. You run the gamut of content. I mostly play games and do reviews, but there's now morning productivity, short series on political literacy, and makeup and cosplay. Tried art. Can draw. I want to do that again when you can draw on paper. That was actually one of my earlier art streams. It was a charity thing where, because we hit, like, a certain goal, I had to draw a Kirby comic. I used to draw Kirby comics as a kid. Welcome in, thank you for the follow. And so we did, like, an entire little comic, pencil and paper style. And it took multiple streams and it took like 12 hours, so that was intense. I think that's fun though, you know, being able to run the gamut of the content that you put out there. Hi Ray Bay, welcome in. I'm working on some Artfight today. Drawing Mark Hose's character, Red. It confuses some of the newer viewers. Oh, I could understand that. I was pretty happy though. I recently had somebody reach out on my YouTube channel and say, when are you gonna do more Rune Factory? And I was just like, ah, somebody wants to see Rune Factory. You think you'd get bored if you had to stick to one thing? No, I totally feel you there. And like, I have my niche. So I don't consider myself like a full variety streamer because I do have like my genre and my favorites, etc. But you know, we gotta love doing some art. We gotta love our farming sims. There are times where I wish I had more time to do, like, more art streams. I've been very inspired by Worm on a String, who has his own GIF-tuber that he made. And I would love to keep adding more, like, different things for Redria to do, but it's a matter of, you know, the whole working full-time and trying to stream and play games that I like. Like most things, there's a balance to be had there. Thank you guys for watching ads. think I like 6 better. Oh, we have an enemy who has appeared on stream. This is a little mini game we play, because again, if you couldn't tell, I like the Marios. I like them a little bit. So you can fight enemies and get coins. But only one person can do a sneak attack successfully. Sorry, Mom. Just have to summon another enemy. See, a lot of the art journey that I did in 2022 was also very interesting because I tried to very slowly expand my comfort zone. Because I remembered, you know, there was a reason that I loved to draw but stopped doing it. And I wanted to make sure I didn't feel overwhelmed too quickly. So a lot of what I did early was piranha plants for a reason. Pokemon, emotes, etc. I can't find some of my old art stuff. Probably my love Pokemon emotes. They're so fun. Like genuinely fun. And like even with the Pokemon emotes, you know, it's not like I wasn't learning. So this is all sorts of like different levels of my art journey. Like this was my first ever Kirby emote that I tried to draw. Didn't try, I drew it. Look, it's a Kirby. The Meta Knight emote that I drew, I believe Shay is playing still uses this emote. And then again, some of my earliest were Pokemon. I love that pumpkin. This is my Rune Factory set. I think this may have been my first set ever. Yeah, it's still even in paint.net. So, you know, we all start somewhere, and I liked starting in a place that didn't scare me. These were my slightly more updated Kirby emotes. And then this was from Pride Month a couple years ago. And now I'm literally doing my own, like, animated emotes. It's funny too, because when you really think about it, like, some of the little guy Pokemon are easier, you know, but like, there's a lot of Pokemon that rely heavily on anatomy. There's a lot of bipedal Pokemon. There's a lot of, like, even the quadrupedal Pokemon that have very specific animal anatomy. But it felt like a safer place to start, less overwhelming. And so that's where I started. I do that a lot. I'm very zoomed in. I work on art. So Nin, I know it, but I was surprised to see you riding the Disability Pride raid train. What else do you follow? If you don't mind me asking, of course. And Harbinger was part of the train last. That's awesome. I remember seeing Harbinger on the list. Someone you've known since you went to college together. I really truly love following that like circle of separation, like figuring out how does everyone know each other. And my buddy Snake that joins us on stream sometimes is an elementary school friend. Together. This song will wake you up. Oh, we have a tough enemy in chat. This little hair nub here is making it hard to visualize this, so I'm just gonna get rid of it for now. Perfect. It is really cool to see how many different kinds of original characters there are out there. Like, for instance, there's a lot of Nintendo and Piranha Plant original characters. Like, a lot more than you might think. The one person who ended up doing an Artfight attack on my character Redria actually did, like, a bunch of Piranha Plant attacks. Pretty cool to see. Hi, Catrium. Welcome in. How's it going? Ooh, nice, nice. If you guys are here with the raid train, do not be shy. You're welcome to do your daily star bits. Because if, as a whole, we hit 1,000 star bits, everybody gets cake. Having a nice day of work so far. No meetings, just vibing. That sounds lovely. Nintendo. So we're doing an art fight. About it as always. Truffle says don't be nervous. This is Mark Koza's character, Red. You were not being summoned. Catrium likes the N64 controller as her early bloomers pick, and she usually says Nintendies. But she was behaving today for the raid train. Exactly. Trying to be good for the guests. I'm waiting for Sekhmet to show up and start looking disrespectfully. You know, for the guests. Probably sleeping. Oh, I figured as much. I'm trying not to let her break her streak, but if it happens, it happens. If Fudge might break his streak too, I'm not sure. He is also sleeping. So I will add some of the stitch lines, but I kind of liked the idea of not making this, like not making the stitch marks, part of the line art, if that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not beating the furry allegations, but I'm okay with this. Making me think of Crystal from Star Fox Adventures. Cute character. It's red. Not biased. You wish they'd put it on the Switch or something. Yeah, silly Nintendo. I mean, the company. I love that I have to specify that. Switch 2 is getting GameCube games. Oh. I am saving up for my Switch 2. By saving up, I mean I probably already have enough funds for it. It's a matter of, finding one. I feel like I was trying to wait until, the holiday season. Oops. Hope I got the, like, monstrousness of the hands. See, I don't know if I'm actually looking forward to getting Donkey Kong 64 as part of the Nintendo Switch Online, because I kind of want I kind of want to play the better but vanilla. I've heard that it makes the experience a lot more fun. Are you not interested in Mario Kart World Cat Trim, or is that just kind of a secondary thing? Yeah, I like that. It's subtle. Now, a weird question for you, both Nintendo and Catrium. Are you not into emulating? Or is it just the idea of being able to play something on the console that you're already using for other stuff? Adding them to your Okay, I can see that. Haven't gotten into emulating, I'm not against it, it just seems like a lot of effort. It can be effort, and it can be scary, of course, because you're Googling and downloading random things, and you're just like, I really hope this works and doesn't give me a virus. If you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out. Because I, at the very least, know programs to recommend. You're like that shitty villain from the Pokemon 2000 movie. I don't even remember the guy's name. The thread for it in Discord, I think. I think you might be right. Yeah, it was more of a curiosity thing, because I do have, I think I used Dolphin for GameCube emulation. He didn't even have a name? That's so sad. I loved that movie so much. That was one of the things that got me really into music and flute playing. Out of here, ads. I'm working on just some rough shading that I'll go in and blend out. I hope you enjoy your work, Lurk Fee. Always great to have you here. Hi, Otto. Welcome in. Popping in before you head into work. We're doing some Artfight. Hi, Laser Sharp Kitty. Yeah, look at this character. This is Red. Thank you for getting your store card punched, Otto. Have you been enjoying Artfight, Laser Sharp Kitty? They are also participating. You have. Wonderful. This is attack number 4 for me. Well, hopefully, Otto, work goes quickly for you. I'm also hoping for the same thing for myself later. God, I want to whistle so bad. Whistling is how I stim. But Fudge is asleep. I think. Usually when he wakes up, he checks in on stream so I know he's awake. We were up a little bit last night playing Vintage Story, but not too late. Because I knew I had a nice morning stream to look forward to. Hi, Cry Shark. Welcome in. Good morning, good time zone. Got him, Mom. Artfight. Which is very nerve-wracking for me. Thank you. This is an OC named Red. Not biased at all. I also hope that when I talk about my imposter syndrome, I'm not necessarily trying to approach it from a mindset of like overcoming it or fixing it, because this is something that I will continue to live with for the rest of my life. To me, it's just about managing it. Hi, Juke. Welcome in. Hope you enjoy your lurk. I can't create art. I had a very tumultuous relationship. Loved drawing growing up, and then started to get about it. And it took a lot of like work to be okay to practicing, see what happens. Like to be okay with going on that journey in the first place. Stopped drawing for like a couple of years I was just that like self-conscious about art and what it looked like and what everyone else could do. But watching a lot of other art streamers and like figuring out their process helped me a ton. I'm being weird. I like it. Hi, welcome in. Thank you for the follow. Not eraser. Working on some Artfight. Got blue for that. What? Probably do want something more red. Hello, friend from the DC3 train. I thought I recognized the name. Welcome in. I'm going outside my comfort zone today. In my art journey. As a piranha plant, I tend to prefer drawing certified little guys. And not usually having to worry about things like anatomy. Because anatomy is scary. It's very scary. Piranha plant theme is excellent. Thank you very much. This has been something that has taken a couple of years to kind of cultivate and figure out, you know, what my style is. The overlay I did not do. My model I did make myself. I'm still working on my illustration skills. Need to make some fake Mon style characters. I'd love to see that. Ah, thank you. That's a lot of what art has become for me, is just like gently getting nudged outside of my comfort zone, one thing at a time. And like, to me, art is one of those things where, it doesn't really matter, ultimately speaking. Like, if I draw a picture that's not perfect, nothing bad will happen. I promise. How I kind of keep challenging myself. Alright, what kind of background would look? Probably a split background? Maybe a split gradient background? Oops. Pretty cool. Nope. Oh yeah, my favorite song. Oh, nope. There we go. So this is the result of me really coming out of my comfort zone. I really do like how this turned out. Let me show you this compared to the other Artfight pieces I've done. I kind of try to do like something new each one. This was my first one. I was playing with some of the like background brushes like the grass and the cross hatching. And I chose a character that to me was not scary because it's a little frog guy. And messy is a lot of fun. I enjoy this character. This one was a little bit more complicated with anatomy. And you know, I'm still playing around with different brushes. This is more of a watercolor style. This third one I was kind of trying to play around with different lighting. So I really like how that overlay layer makes the character look like he's glowing. I love this. This feels a lot more polished than I thought it was going to be. You would be so proud. What, Nintendo? What if I attack you right now? Cute cat. The raid train will be departing in about 10 minutes. I might not get to finish. You return, process the screen. Ah! You're being attacked. You're being attacked right now. Attack! You came up with dressing him as a pirate when Doubloon Cat was popular on TikTok. I've got 5 minutes left, so I was like, you know, we'll start another attack. Probably won't be as impressive as Red, but I don't know, this is pretty good. What a lovely cat. Very rounded ears. Oops. We'll be sitting on a pizza box. Either that or he's the pizza delivery cat. Kitty cat. Wow, I drew 2 kitty cats today, huh? Krusty Cat Pizza is the pizza for you and... Yeah, so this year is a year I have done bravery. Do things. That is... Sometimes I'll be... But so far, it hasn't hurt me. I think that is the part to look at. Like, is it uncomfortable? Sure. Does everything work out all of it? But it doesn't hurt me. I like this cat character. I like this cat. I really like this cat character. He's snoozing right next to me, or I'd show him what you're doing. Look, Odin, it's you! Nope, don't like that. Nope, don't like that. I have so many different brushes, and I like always use the same one. Okay, Truffles is snoozing on the bed. Just a snoozy cat day. The score is tied again, what, for Artfight? Is it usually tied as much as it is in this year? Because it has felt really tied this year. It's my first year. I don't know if this is normal. First year you're doing it too. Oh, that's right. I will finish this later, and you get to enjoy seeing I'm being raid train somewhere to be. We have a special raid message for today. And the Disability Pride Month card. A kaiju dating sim. That sound fun. Oh, thank you again to the DC3 for having me here. It's always a pleasure. There will definitely be more art, and I actually have an Artfight collab coming up this year with Lyot, where we Artfight each other live on stream together. I think that'll be a blast. Oh, for some Zadap with Celestina. Till then, going and growing. See you guys next time. Bye-bye!